All right. Welcome. This is our third show at Rick's Coffee House. The first one was me reading poetry, and it was just like a little thing back to the Beat Generation. And the
Yeah.
second one was a little classical performance. And tonight I am graced by a recent reconnected friend who's known as Ian Lubar. And Ian was a student of mine way back when, at my synagogue when I taught my Jewish classes, and I still do teach those Jewish classes. And then over the years, I've been able to watch him grow and flourish in his music career. And, there's a saying that you need for anything close to mastery, you need 10,000 hours of practice. So I was computing today and I was figuring 20, let's see, 13 and how many years have you been playing, Ian?
I started when I was 13.
Okay.
And I'm
So
30,
you're 31. So that's 9,
18,
right?
18 years.
18 years. Okay. So 18, I'm sure you've reached far beyond the 10,000 hour mark.
We'll see. Hopefully, we'll see tonight. No.
We'll see tonight, right? And so I've started this series, and it features young musicians and occasionally some middle-aged and older musicians, promoting the concept of intergenerational collaboration. And it's free. It's for you. It's for your friends. I think about 250 people have become part of the Rick's Coffee House group. There are no commercials except for one, which is the one at the bottom of the screen. And it says Ian Lubar. And you'll see Venmo at Ian Lubar. And you'll see I Lubar.
And that's for PayPal.
For PayPal. And so if you want to tip out Ian, that would be really, really nice. Any amount is accepted. And let's show him some support tonight. So Ian, just a little bit about what your life looks like right now, in the last, let's say, couple years, pre-pandemic, during pandemic, and now hopefully post-pandemic. And by the way, I'm going to encourage everybody, since it's a coffee house, go get your coffee. Mine, you notice, matches my A's outfit, which I'm sporting tonight. So
you have the thermos, the shirt, and the headphones all together.
I am an avid A's fan. I don't know if you remember that, but yeah.
That's good.
So tell us a little bit about your last year or two, actually your last couple years, and the progression.
So I guess I'll just take it. So 2012. So I grew up in Northern California, and then came to St. Louis, where I am now, to go to school at Webster University, and then graduated in 2012, and basically just started this folk trio with two other graduates, a violin player and an upright bass player.
Nice. I've seen you with them.
Yeah, we called ourselves Mount Thelonious, and we made a couple EPs and a couple records, and we toured all over the country and played a bunch of cool folk festivals. And then a couple years ago, I think we all started kind of getting tired of just doing acoustic music and being limited by just that. So then I started, the bass player started doing this sort of became a producer, like electronic music producer. And so for the past couple of years, I've been playing with him, same bands, the same three people, but instead of doing acoustic folk music, we do sort of like lo-fi, hip hop, jazz, improv stuff. Same three people. They're like my best friends, and so we always just play together. And that's kind of what I've been doing the past couple of years in terms of original projects. And then I'm a full-time working musician, so I play in cover bands. I'm in a cover band called Wax Museum, and I've been playing in this wedding band since 2014. or 15, I think, called Diamond Empire Band here in St. Louis. So, under normal circumstances, during basically between like May to December, I'm probably doing 3 to 6 gigs a week and teaching 20 to 30 students a week, and just trying to live the life, I guess.
Right. And so this is me learning how to do this whole thing.
You're good.
And my question is, do you know John, Earl, and Eric Talmus?
Yes, John's a good friend of mine, and Eric is my cousin.
I think you gave them the link to our room.
Oh.
Is that? I might have done that too, although I don't.
That's the link that you gave me.
Uh-oh. So why don't you give them your Facebook page?
Oh, is it just going to be on my Facebook page? I didn't even realize that. Hold up.
Yeah. And on my Facebook page, I can link to your or you can link to my Facebook page.
Okay.
If you just go to my Facebook.
It's not on my Facebook page.
You can share it to your Facebook page. If you go to my Facebook page.
Okay. Is it the event? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. Or you can go to Rick's Coffee House.
Gotcha. Ah, I see.
That's really funny. Sorry, Eric. Eric's just sitting there waiting to get into the room. It's very funny. Yeah.
Here we go.
Eric, Ian's going to give you directions on how to listen, but it's great to see you. I see a shadow of you. It's almost like you're there, but you're not there.
Can he hear me right now?
Yes, he can. He can hear us. He's watching us, so it's fine. He can sit there. It's fine. Don't even. Can you see Eric? Can you see us? Thumbs up. Okay, Eric's got us. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm gonna change. Hold on. Here we go. So I'm putting the Facebook page where the stream is in that post I made earlier.
Right.
So there we go. Okay. Hey, we got.
That would have been great. My mom would have come right in here, and your mom's watching, and a whole bunch of people are watching. So this is how we do it. It's organic. We're learning. It's a work in progress.
Exactly.
And I am keeping my mind and my cognitive functions challenged and alive. And when in doubt, I call a young person and they help me figure it out.
Right.
All right. So without further ado, Ian.
Yeah.
This is all. Oh, and by the way, you said you're in a wedding band.
Yes.
Is that right? Will you ever be wearing a wedding band?
I will. I'm getting married in October. So.
Semen tofu, mazel tofu, semen to, semen. All right. Okay. That's enough. That's a Jewish Mazel tov song. Mazel tov to you.
Right.
May you be happy, and may she be your beshert.
So before I start, so I wanted to say, so the past year, like everybody else, I've been stuck inside, just trying not to get sick and trying not to spread sickness. And so basically I've just been playing music for a year. So I'm going to do about half original songs, half covers. All the original songs are new in the past year. Pretty much unperformed. I haven't really performed most of them. I might have done it, one or two of them, last summer when I was doing more streaming concerts and stuff. But trying some new arrangements of stuff, trying some new songs. And I just kind of wanted to use this past year to get better at music and write as much as I could, and just do everything I could to distract myself from, I guess, the reality of where we were in the world. But it seems to be getting better, and so that's nice.
Great. My favorite part is watching you. So here we go.
All right. So we're going to start with something a little bit different. I see your eyes in the morning sun, and I see you touch me in the pouring rain. And the moment that you wander far from me, I wanna feel you in my arms again. Then you come to me on a summer breeze, keep me warm, love. Then you softly leave, and it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? Your love, how deep is your love? I really need to learn, 'cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down, and they all should let us be. We belong to you and me. I believe in you. You know the door to my very soul. You're the light in my deepest, darkest hour, and you're my savior when I fall. And you may not think that I care for you, but you know down inside that I really do. And it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? Your love. How deep is your love? I really need to learn, 'cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down, and they all should let us be. We belong to you and me. And you may not think that I care for you, but I know down inside that you really do. And it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? Your love. How deep is your love? I really need to learn, 'cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down, and they all should let us be. We belong to you and me. There we go. Oh, you're muted.
Thank you, Ian.
Okay.
Ian records these things all the time, and some of them are his songs, and some of them are little ditties, and some of them are little scales. And I just want to mention that one of the silver linings, and I think there are many, 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 many silver linings. As a matter of fact, if you go to my YouTube channel, Rick Konkoff, you can hear me sing my song called Silver Linings, and other songs too. But there's a silver lining, so many silver linings, and one of them is that we are no longer geographically challenged.
Definitely.
So I don't know. I'm considering taking some guitar lessons from Ian. I don't know how that might work, but
I do a virtual all for a year, so
nice,
at this
nice.
point,
And I want to welcome a few people. First and foremost, my mom and your mom.
oh, hey, moms.
Both our moms are here. They should get to know each other. Would be nice.
Marilyn and Danella.
And John and Lauren and Reed. Hey, Reed, how you doing? And there's a lot of other people here. You're welcome to post if you like and say hi to us. You can even request a song, although, I know that Ian only knows 11 songs. So if it's one of those 11, you're going to be in luck. Otherwise, he'll be ad-libbing it, but very good at ad-libbing. This is Rick's Coffee House, and it's our third episode. We are booked through mid-May. And I do want to mention that next week, at this very time, will be my godson, Patrick Atchison, son of Ron Atchison, may his memory be for a blessing, who was my music partner for 45 years.
Oh,
And
wow.
Patrick will treat you to some lovely songs. You'll see some of his stuff on advertised on the Coffee House this week. And I'm going to play a couple songs with him too. So that should be a lot of fun.
Nice.
Ian, give us another treat.
Yeah. This is an original one.
Okay.
And it's called Crystal Morning Dew. It's the moon when you hear that howling. It's the When you're wrapped in a summer blanket, yeah, there's no place I'd rather be. Watch the tides, they're pushing and pulling, and the time it's getting slow. And I know this world can be wicked, but in these moments I let it go. I let it go. These are the times that I live for. These are the times that I breathe. These are the moments I cling to. The moments that never leave. These are the times that I live for. These are the times that I breathe. These are the moments I cling to. The moments that never leave. Open the window for a breezy sunset. Even the colors make sense to me. Watch the glow on the back of my eyelids. It's that peace that helps me sleep. Yeah, we're spinning in a world so frightened, but there's some things that help us through. Like the salty breeze of the ocean and that crystal morning dew. These are the times that I live for. These are the times that I breathe. These are the moments I cling to. The moments that never leave. These are the times that I live for. These are the times that I breathe. These are the moments I cling to. The moments that never leave. These are the times that I live for. These are the times that I breathe. These are the moments I cling to. The moments that never leave. Cool.
So beautiful.
Thank you.
Lovely. And I want to share with everybody that this venue is hopefully going to be helpful to musicians of all kinds who don't get a chance to play clubs, or if they do play clubs, they have to wear a mask. And I was just tripping out on that song, enjoying the freedom that we have to do this.
Yeah, definitely. I want to make a comment real quick about that song.
Please.
Because I've gotten questions in the past from people. There's a line where I sing, what is it? Sorry, I have the lyrics here because there's no way I'm going to remember all these new songs. But it says, open the window for a breezy sunset. Even the colors make sense to me. It's the idea is I'm colorblind, and a lot of times I don't really care when things are colorful but like sometimes things get so vivid that even I'm like, oh man, that is beautiful. You know, the colors. And that was kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. Because it is sort of like a metaphor for just like understanding that you might not be happy with things at the time. Because I wrote this last summer during, a very low point in terms of mental health and stuff. And just trying to say to myself, like, it's going to be beautiful and I will see it. I will see that beauty at some point in the world. Even at points when you don't see any beauty at all. So anyway, I
love that. That's so sweet. And, reminds me, a lot of people are struggling right now. And music, what I love about music is that we as musicians know this. And sometimes people who listen are listening to the notes, the real message comes from the space in between the notes, which we call intervals.
Right.
And they're very healing. And just in regard to your mention of mental health, I want this to be a very frank and candid environment here. So thank you for bringing that up. And I will own being proud of having had the same therapist from when she was very young and doing her 3,000 hours until she retired. And she became my coach. And when she retired, I kind of retired. I had to retire from that. But I want to say, go talk to somebody. And I want to say in a positive way that therapists are in a way like aunties and uncles and grandparents of the past. We're fortunate to have them.
Definitely.
So get out there and find somebody you can talk to, and tune in here. And you can always post some comments. As a matter of fact, I thought I had the chat set up there, but I don't. And wow, okay. Anyway, oh, I see, because the chat is way at the top. You see it? All right. Hi, Maddie. My dear sweet stepdaughter is here. Maddie's helped me so much. All right, let's have another song. I love that one. I would buy that.
Thank you.
I would buy that. But I would want to pay more than 0.001 of a cent for it, which is what you get on Spotify and Apple Music. So God bless them, but we may find another way.
Yeah. So this song is called "Summer in the Lou." So last summer I did a challenge to myself to write 30 songs in 30 days.
Wow.
And, so that's all the new songs that you're hearing. All the original songs are going to be from that thing. So this one's called "Summer in the Lou." It's kind of like I wrote it during. Anyone who's watching this in St. Louis knows that there's thunderstorms here in St. Louis during the summer, and last summer it felt like it was just washing away all the kind of negativity in a lot of ways. And so I really looked forward to whenever the rain would just get super heavy and it was just chaos outside, because I was like, it's okay. For some reason, it was comforting to me. So I wrote this song.
Nice.
Standing in the rain, as light shows on the brain, there's thunder rolling through, and it's summer in the Lou. 106 degrees, they'll bring you to your knees. There's a river in the sky, and I'm feeling so alive. It's the cold embrace of a rain-soaked face might make you lose control. Faces floating high, smiling down as I pass by. And tonight, mother singing, this ain't the end, no, it's just the beginning. Oh, it's the cold embrace of a rain-soaked face might make you lose control. But it's the cold embrace of a rain-soaked face might make you lose control.
Thank you, Ian. I just find myself, wow, I'm realizing I planned some wonderful concerts for myself on Monday night. No stress. I just get to sit here and listen, and maybe I'll be the same size as you for a while.
Sorry, I'm gonna
Wow, that's all right. Go ahead, enjoy yourself.
There you go. There we go.
So
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
And the question is, tell us about your guitar.
Yeah. I get asked that a lot for good reason. And I could talk about it forever and ever, but I'm going to keep it short.
Okay.
When I was a senior in high school, a good friend of mine in high school, who I grew up with, he had bought this from his friend's dad, who was a roadie for the Dead, for the Grateful Dead, and said Jerry had given it to him, which is, I guess it was just some extra guitar that was sitting around, and Jerry was like, "Here, just have this guitar." And I looked it up, and apparently Jerry used to give away guitars all the time. And so my friend bought it from this guy, and then I used to go over to his house and just immediately go and pick up this guitar. And I was like 17. And I just fell in love with it, and it was the exact guitar I'd been wanting. Anyway, so my dad basically was like, "Ian, would you rather have a graduation ring or this guitar?" And I was like, "I'll take the guitar." And it's a 1968 Gibson ES335, and it has this very cool dark, like, sunburst on it. The back looks pretty cool too. It's like a spotlight, and it's very special to me. And
good.
My dad always considered it his, like, it was his guitar. So I wasn't allowed to bring this to college because he didn't want this in a dorm room.
Oh yeah.
But when I graduated and I did my senior recital, my parents flew out to St. Louis, and he brought this guitar, and then I got to keep it, and I got to play it at my senior recital.
Nice.
And it was, and it's had some work done. I had to get frets replaced and stuff because they were pretty down, and it's been beat up. It's hard to see, but there's all sorts of, like, weird chips and dents, and it's.
Of course. And it's I felt safe asking you about the guitar because it has a neshama, and neshama is a Jewish word for a soul, and really sometimes hard to process or imagine ballads with electric guitar because you think of acoustic guitar and you really play it like an acoustic guitar. It has a heart to it. So, excuse me, I want to mention one other thing too. I want to name something as far as the little bits of times when we cut out or when there's a little glitch. And I want to say that if you grew up like I did in the 50s and 60s and 70s, you listened to records. And those records went through hell. And so you rarely had a record without a scratch or without some kind of grinding, gravelly noise in it.
Yeah.
So what I'd like to imagine is that this is a new technology for a lot of us. And we don't necessarily all have all the the accoutrements and the paraphernalia to surpass the primitive technology. So for those of you who are listening, what I've been doing is imagining that any of the glitches are just a little scratch in the record, and they give it character. So, and I also want to remind you that at the bottom of the screen is Ian's Venmo account and his PayPal account. And I'm sorry?
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I'm just...
Right, it's all right. And he accepts, happily accepts donations and gratuities is one way that we can support the musicians that are on this program. And if you can't get it to him, send it to me and I'll forward it to him. I promise you. I will not pilfer and intercept any musician's funds for many reasons, but mainly because wow, that would be a nice thing for anybody to compliment him in that way. And you have any covers tonight?
Yeah, I'm about to actually do a couple in a row now.
Awesome.
Yeah, on my set list. This first cover I'm going to do is lesser known but still known Zombies song called This Will Be Our Year. And I love playing. In 2019, I guess I learned it. And it felt like right before the pandemic hit, it felt like everything was building up. I was getting ready to propose to my now fiance. Originally, the plan, I had saved up money from like playing weddings and stuff and bought tickets. We were going to go to Europe last May and go to France and Belgium and where else were we going? Oh, in the Netherlands.
Oh, she's right there.
She's right here, yeah.
Can we see her?
You want to say hi?
Oh, sure.
Introduce your fiance, buddy. Come on.
And this
give us some nachas. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
This
you.
is the kind of parent thing, but gosh, that is so nice. We call it beshert when you find your beshert, which is the one you're supposed to be with. Right. It's blessed and wonderful, and I send you guys all the blessings. You have a very talented guy right here, and I'm sure you are an equally talented and wonderful partner. So mazel tov, nachas, all that kind of thing.
Nice. Anyway, yeah. So this song.
I just love that she's right next to you. That's very sweet.
So this song felt like it was really appropriate because everything was building up, and we were just gonna have this great year. And so this song's called "This Will Be Our Year" by the Zombies. Of your love is like the warmth of the sun. This will be our year. Took a long time to come. Don't let go of my hand. The dark days have come, and this will be our year. Took a long time to come, and I won't forget the way you held me up when I was down, and I won't forget the way you said, darling, I love you. You give me faith to go on and we've only just begun. This will be our year. Took a long time to come. The warmth of your smile, smile for me, little one. And this will be our year. Took a long time to come. You don't have to worry, all your worry days are gone. Now this will be our year. Took a long time to come. And I won't forget the way you held me up when I was down. And I won't forget the way you said, darling, I love you. You give me faith to go on. Now we're there, and we've only just begun. This will be our year. Took a long time to come. This will be our year. Took a long time to come. Nice little short one there.
Glad that we got the last note. It's a beautiful note.
Yeah.
Well, so I also want to encourage anybody who's listening to please share. These broadcasts will be archived on this platform, on my own personal Facebook, and on YouTube Live. So there's lots of opportunities, probably also on Ian's Facebook as well. And please ask your friends to come to Rick's Coffee House Facebook and like me, whether you like me or not. Like me in a virtual sense, so that I can grow this audience. And who knows where it'll go? But maybe it's a new concept, and maybe you actually don't need 2 million followers to be loved and appreciated for your music.
I don't even know what I'd do with 2 million people listening to me.
It could happen.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, cool. All right, so I'm going to play another cover for you. We'll stay in 60s British pop music. Here we go. There are places that I remember all my life, though some have changed. Memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. have changed. There you go.
That was applause in the middle of the song. Anytime I put my thumb up, it doesn't mean to end the song.
Yeah, it's fine. I was getting to the end anyway.
Yeah.
For a sec. So one of the reasons I was excited to kind of do this is I haven't really played a show in a while, and I'm trying to figure out what I need to really work on and stuff. So this is sort of like prototype of new performances, So I was like, oh crap, what was the second verse? It's just
right.
And it's funny too because I've taught that song to so many kids, and you never know like when you're just gonna forget. Of all the songs in this whole set, I was sure that was the one I would remember everything.
Patrick and I, Ron and I did a lot of comedy over the years, a lot of comedy, sure. And that was part of our show. And Patrick and I were practicing the other day, and we realized that one of the funniest things is hearing people sing songs, just average people driving around in their shower, whatever. I don't know. I'm not in people's showers very often, but if I was to imagine being in someone's shower, like my own or my wife, I think I got that covered. You notice that they don't know all the words. So it's kind of like, little darling, it's been a long winter. Here comes the sun. And I say, and they just fill it in. So it's all good. It's all good. And so everybody thumbs up means like, wow, that was a great solo. I love that middle solo. So sweet. Good news. Somebody has come up with a technology that if we could afford it, you and I could sit here and I could pull out my violin and we could actually play a song together. But that technology is $100 a month right now. So, but here's my baby.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I never know how to there you go. This is an 1876 American guitar. It's known violin. It's a violin, I think. It's known as a lady's violin because it's a little bit smaller. Look at the back. I just want to show this is shop talk. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
My first really nice violin. And the magical thing about instruments, and I think you'll whoa. Oh, I was just okay. Hang on. It's okay to laugh. All right, are we back?
I think we're good.
That was an earthquake. I think there was an earthquake. The great thing about whoa, I'm watching on Facebook. Wow, that was crazy. The great thing about instruments is we don't really own them.
You're right.
And it'd be fascinating to be able to know and document all the different people that play these instruments or have played, especially these ones that are 150 years old. So I hope you all enjoyed that ride. That was a nice one. But we're back. You see, I have a headphone here, and I was realizing during the show that I need to get a wireless headphone so I can actually move without dragging the computer off. Anyway, another song?
Yeah, let's do it. So this is a new arrangement of a song I kind of stumbled into probably in December. It's a song I played a million times, but I wanted to do something different. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Isn't she lovely? And isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Less than 1 minute. Well, I never thought that love could be making one as lovely isn't she lovely, made from love? Isn't she pretty, true as the angels sing? And boy, I'm so happy we have been heaven blessed. Now I can't believe what God has done through us. He's given life to one. But isn't she lovely, made from love? Well, isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? And isn't she precious? Less than 1 minute on. I never thought that love could be making one as lovely as she. But isn't she lovely? Isn't she lovely? Isn't she lovely, made from love? Anyway, sorry about that note in the middle there.
You know what? It's all part of the art. And that's one of the beauties of recorded a number of Jewish albums, and the time was very expensive, the studio time.
Right.
And so you lived with mistakes. And there was one part in one of the songs we did. It was also a Jewish song called Elechem Dalibi, and Ron's guitar went bum 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 ba 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 ba, and his pick stuck on a string. And we didn't discover it till after we mastered. So we just left it on there, and what we did is every time we performed it, he performed that mistake. So it just kind of it made it go. So it's all good.
All
Love
right.
to hear another song.
So this one, you know, it's funny. I realized I write a lot of songs about water, and I think it's because I miss the ocean. But we don't have the ocean here. We have a big old muddy river. And at one point, last summer or fall or something, when I was writing all these songs, I was just, you know, like again, like everybody was, I feel like, especially last summer or, you know, whenever everything was starting and everyone started realizing, oh, this isn't a couple months, this is a year or more, you know? So Caitlin and I drove out to hang out by the river and just hung out there for like an hour. Just there was like breeze, there's nobody around, and we just sat out on these rocks that kind of went into the river, and it was just this very sort of like healing, nice day. And so I sort of wrote sort of a lot of songs kind of based on that feeling of like the water sort of healing you, even if you're not in it, just like it's there and the smell and everything. So this one is called Water Deep. the mouth, stick my feet in the mud, let me feel the water rise, cleanse my spirit of the bad blood. Oh, there ain't no breaks in life. Oh, so you might as well just ride. Oh, there ain't no breaks in life. Oh, so you might as well just ride. Feel the water deep inside. Feel the water deep inside. Just wanna watch the tide come in, clear my mind and wash my sins. Mississippi calls my name, Mississippi clears my shame. Whoa, there ain't no breaks in life. Whoa, so you might as well just ride. Whoa, there ain't no breaks in life. Whoa, so you might as well just ride. Feel the water deep inside. Feel the water deep inside. See the water calls my name. Running water plays no games. So give me a river, skies and trees, a lover's hand on a peaceful breeze. Oh, there ain't no breaks in life. Oh, so you might as well just ride. Oh, there ain't no breaks in life. Oh, so you might as well just ride. Feel water deep inside. Feel the water deep inside. All right.
I'm back.
Oh, there you go.
Well, that's a nice song, and I'm wondering as we build this platform about possibilities for people getting recordings of that's a really beautiful song. I'd like to listen to that again. Is that one that you've done on YouTube?
It's not, but I will. Once one of these stimulus checks comes in, I just need one more piece of equipment to actually start recording at home for real, and then I'm
nice.
Gonna start actually just releasing stuff. But I'm kind of
Nice.
to do more like full songs, I think, until I can really do some nicer audio and stuff. So
right. Well, I'm going to figure out how to support that because I want to provide those songs and so nice. That's a really pretty song. Really pretty song.
Thank you. I guess I think I have one more.
Let's wrap it up with one more song. But before you do, let me say, what is the piece of equipment you're buying?
A computer.
That's pretty important.
Yeah,
That's pretty important.
same.
Yeah, you know, we were talking about gear. Musicians need gear, and I get it. You know, I'm sitting here with pretty good gear, except my earphones are horrible. So we buy those things as we go along, which is why anything you can do to help Ian and his Venmo account or his PayPal account would be greatly appreciated. That's the only appeal that I'm making. And even if it's $5 or $10 or $5,000 or whatever it is,
Even
you know,
0.002% of a
right.
penny.
It's got to be better than that. It's got, I mean, you know, I even had an idea that one could just take one's songs and buy some old, obsolete 1 gigabyte thumb drives and throw all your music on the thumb drive and sell the thumb drive, which of course would not, yeah.
Yeah, I think I've actually bought a thumb drive from a band before.
Why not? I mean, people will copy it, but you know, what the heck?
Yeah. Okay, so this last one, I always like to end. So in St. Louis here, it's 9 o'clock. And I always like to end shows with a song about sleeping. And this is another song I wrote during that 30 songs in 30 days thing. It's called Let's Sleep. And this one's actually not mostly recorded, but a lot of it's already recorded. This will probably be one that I release at some point. I was recording with a friend of mine for a second. But anyway.
Great.
Just a nice little ballad. So hope you enjoy. And thanks everybody for tuning in.
Lovely. And thank you. And by the way, beautiful background. I don't know if that's a blanket or a...
It's a quilt that my aunt made for me. So I don't know if Rebecca's watching, but I try and it's just, I can't even imagine how much time she put into this because it's crazy. And you're only seeing even a section of it. But I try and put it in videos because it deserves to be seen by people. So anyway.
Well,
so this one's called...
I love it.
Thank you. So this one's called Let's Sleep. Shut your eyes, let's sleep. Goodbye to your day of worry and feeling incomplete. May your feet be filled with shooting stars and falling leaves, memories of the ones you've loved and lost. A peaceful sleep. May you find a bed that helps you find a place inside your head from thoughts of dread and feelings of inadequacy dripping off your soul. Your life's out of control, but at least there's sleep, and at least there's peace. And oh, turn back the clock, forget the years of struggle. And oh, sometimes you find your peace behind the curtain. And we're all hurting for a little rest. May you get some rest, wrapped in silver starlight and no feelings of regret. May your dreams be filled with shooting stars and falling leaves, and the memories of the ones you loved and lost. A peaceful sleep. And oh, turn back the clock, forget the years of struggle. And oh, sometimes you find your peace behind the curtain. You were hurt. We're all hurting for a little rest.
Such a sweet song.
Thank you.
And, even as we're waiting for your music to be recorded, which I would be glad to help get out there somehow,
Thanks.
and scratch your back at the same time, people can look up this video on YouTube, play it for their little child when they put him to sleep.
Sure.
You're a good man. Thank you for sharing this music. Thanks for sharing it with our audience.
Well, thanks
just
for having me, Rick. I appreciate it. This was
you're
nice.
welcome, and I hope you'll come on again.
Yeah.
Definitely. And next week, Patrick Atchison, my godson, son of my longtime music partner Ron Atchison, who's no longer with us on Earth. And Patrick will play some great songs. You should tune in, Ian, because they're really fun and clever. And you two guys, if you were in the same proximity, would probably really enjoy playing together.
Nice.
So it's always good. All right, everybody. So that being said, I'm going to make myself equal. Oh, I'm learning. There we go. And we will see you next Monday at 6:00. And everybody have a good night. Stay positive, stay healthy, and love yourselves and love others. And remember that, if I can inject a little bit of my Jewish lore in there, the etymological root of the word love, which goes back to the Hebrew ahava, which goes back to the Aramaic, never said love, it said I give. So I love that. I love that, Drosh, and let's change it from take to give. Good night, everybody. Take care.
Good night.